Hey guys, here's a quick video on how to replace the power lock actuator on the driver's side of a 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan. It's probably the same for a lot of these model years, 2001 through, I'm not exactly sure. But if you have the problem where when your lock goes up and down it makes an awful whining sound, then this is the video for you. Now I've already replaced it, so I'm just going to do a quick step-by-step without actually doing the work to show you how this is done. Now this is the part I replaced. It actually sits right behind here. It uses these 3 bolts, and then this was the old one that was bad. So let's show you how to access that. First there's going to be 3 screws to undo. One's right here, one's right down there, and one is at the bottom. Let's see. Yep, over kind of underneath your speaker. And you can see that one's missing on mine. Actually 2 of them are missing. I just have this one right here. So once you have those screws out, to get this whole panel off, you actually just take a tool like this scraper and working underneath, kind of pull out. The snaps along this side and then along the bottom. Okay, now once you have it unsnapped, it's actually just hanging on the top here. It has a little lip and it hangs, just hangs there on the lip. So you just want to pull it straight up. Once you get to this point, there's going to be some wire connections to undo for the power window. There's the big one right there, and then right up here, there's a smaller one that goes to the power lock. So undo both of those. Then the next thing you want to do is undo this little tie rod, and that actually goes to the actuator that you're going to replace. This is connected to your handle right here, so you can open the door. And the way to do that is to just pull this back, and then this has a right angle. You just pull it out. The part that I'm not going to do again, but I'll kind of walk you through it. There you can see the actuator back there, and there's 4 connections. The ones you can see right here, orange and green, go to the outside handle. The bottom one goes to the handle itself. When you pull on the handle, this goes up and down. This one goes to the lock where you put your key in. And then there's 2 right here. One of them goes up, and that's this part. And then the other one is the one right here. I can show you on the old actuator. So here's the old actuator, and it's just sitting in there just like this. So there's the 2 right here on the side, and then there's the 2 that kind of come out of its left side. So each of those you need to undo. These 2 aren't too bad. You just need to get in there. You might be able to get in through this hole if you have a long screwdriver and kind of use that to pry them off. Otherwise you just got to get in there with your fingers and push as hard as you can. And then this is where the wire connection goes. When you do it, you'll want to take this little gasket off, but the wire connection is just right in there. And just pull that off, and then the 4 ties, and unscrew these 3 bolts. And they have a 6-pointed star. I'm not exactly sure what size that is. I think it's something like an S30. That's what it's called. Out, you just put your new one in, and the one thing I found out is it's easiest to put this guy back on before you put your actuator back in place, because it's really hard to get that in. So put your actuator kind of just in right in this location, and put this one in where it goes into the actuator, and you can see how that rod is oriented once you have it completely removed. It's a little confusing on how to remember which way it goes, but for your reference, that's how it goes right there. So put that one in, put this one in, and then I would put it in there, bolt it into place, and then you can make your power connection and do these other two, and they go in pretty easily. So once you have that, then you're good to just put your door panel back on. So a few things to remember when putting your door panel back on. If you've removed this, don't forget to put that back on. And the door panel, so here's the lip that just slides down right in here. So you just lift it up, set it down on top. But before you do that, you want to make these wire connections again. I have two. I know with other models there might be one other one. Make sure you connect this again to right here. Again, you slide the short end up through the middle and then snap this over. I've actually found it easiest when putting the door panel back on. If this is in the up position, then it has some space to fit. And, I'm trying to do this with one hand. There we go. The door panel just hangs there. And just push it down into place. This goes up and down. Just give it some few good knocks on the sides to get the snaps to snap back into place. And then the last step is to put your 3 screws, or in my case 1 screw, back in and give it a test. So that sound is really nice if you've been having a screechy whine every time that the actuator's gone up and down. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any other tips or tricks to make this easier, leave those in the comments. Last thing, these actuators, if you go to an auto parts store, they could cost upward of $80 or $90. I'll leave a link in the description for where I got mine online. It was about $60, I believe. The site is rockauto.com, and I'll leave a link to the actual part and the part number. So hopefully that'll work. Thanks.